This episode is brought to you by Monkey Nutrition.
I wanted to ask you, Robert, it seems that a theme that runs through all of your books is what one of Neil Strauss's friends, his name is David D'Angelo, Eben Pagan is his real name. He says that if you want to be successful in any field, you have to adopt what's called the critical counterintuitive, which is you look at what everyone is doing and you pretty much have to do the complete opposite. And so my question to you is, was there a specific point in your life when you were looking at the world and had that realization that, like, if I'm going to be successful, or I see all these successful people and they are just doing something different, this isn't the way my mom and dad told me it was going to be, this isn't the way the schools taught me it was going to be?
Well, I would take a little issue with David D'Angelo's philosophy there. I don't even think you need to go there. You need to know yourself so well and your own voice and what makes you unique, what makes you weird, and follow that. And that will work better than doing the opposite of other people. It'll actually naturally fall that way. So for me, for instance, I struggled originally as a writer. I worked in journalism, and it didn't really fit me. I didn't like the kind of the crappy environment and the fact that you wrote something and it was only there for a couple days. Then I got into film and television, and I hated the political nature of it, and you had no control over what you did, and they would come in and take what you wrote and just change it. And then I got into books. And when I had my chance to write a first book, the natural tendency would be to write something that you felt secure would work as a book, to fit into the pattern that other people have set there. If you're going to write a book about power, look at what other people have done about power. And I didn't do that. I made a very strange book that was a huge risk. It has a structure that no other, you can't tell me any other book that has a structure like that. I created my own structure with the things on the margins, with the stories and the interpretation and the images. And that's because I was either going to do what I wanted to do and die trying, but I'm not going to write a cookie cutter book on power. And because I listened to myself and I followed what I wanted to do, I naturally created that counterintuitive thing you're talking about. I naturally created something that nobody else has done. And if people would only do that in their own ventures and stop being such conformists, they would find their way to what you're talking about.
This week on London Real, we're taking you back to our 2012 interview with futurist Jacques Fresco.
We must eventually design a language that's not subject to interpretation. Whenever you talk to people, you think you're talking to people. It goes in their ear and comes out in relation to their background. They don't hear exactly what you say. There is no way you can think outside of your culture.
What if we elected you president this year and you started in the Oval Office January 20th, 2013?
I'd be shot in 3 days. Who makes the decisions in the Venus Project? The answer, nobody. They arrive at them. We abolish all separate nations because they're all corrupt.
Jacques Fresco has been designing cities of the future.
What do you think of England and London?
Foul, awful, no city planning. All cultures are corrupt.
And the banking system, what will we do with that?
Bank gone, no money anymore.
On Sunday, London Real presents Jacques Fresco, The Venus Project, Redux.
Most politicians know nothing. Please don't take my word for it. Ask them.